I waited several weeks before I tried to do a video again, so I've talked to the doctors a little bit here and there. They have a coach they want me to talk to semi-regularly. It's like every couple of weeks or every 3 weeks, I forget. I've continued to have the brain fog. Had a thing with posting the videos later than I had made them, where I essentially got super confused about if I put a couple of them out of order from each other. And I just had to keep going anyway. But since I was getting down to the end and I didn't have any more pre-recorded, and I knew I was going to wait a while before I made another video, I had to just let that go. Well, actually, I had to let it go because I couldn't figure it out. And I continue to have pretty regular incidents of things that I have been too forgetful about or have gotten wrong. So the brain fog's still a huge issue. We have not found our financial fix or miracle yet to get out of the trailer we're living in that obviously has tons of water damage from over the years. A mobile home that was built in the 60s. And here we are living in it 70 years later. So we're not doing too great physically with these health problems yet. But I did get onto the medication, which I don't know if I said that in the last video that got posted, because I think it might have happened after that. And now I'm not going to have a backlog of videos to get confused about what order they're in or to post things that are older anymore. I'm only taking 2 a day, which apparently you take more later, but I don't have all the supplements I need yet, and that's another thing, just to be able to afford those supplements and still be able to afford to eat, even though beef just keeps going up and up and up in price. I had to give up on the Lion diet in terms of I literally just could not afford to just eat beef and take care of me and my daughter. And as I'm sure millions and millions and millions of people are having the same thing, that I make not very much more than I did 5 years ago. How much people are making is not really going up. But like I said, the price of beef and the price of us making our utility payment and things like that keep going up and keep going up and keep going up. I did actually get a small raise since the last time I made a video, which is fantastic to, by comparison to the way inflation is, it's not a lot, but it's better than if I hadn't gotten a raise at all. So it's helping us to survive a little. Everything is still so precariously close. Well, it's hard to describe it, because in a way I want to say we're literally not making ends meet, that is literally true. But we're not homeless yet, so we've made rent each time. The power's not cut off. We made it late this month, but it is there. Lost my insurance a few times over the last few years because, like I said, I'm literally not making ends meet. Defaulted on some loans over the last few years. There's lots of things going on that, in a way, are just super ugly, super unpleasant, feeling like a giant failure in life, and worrying about my health at the same time, which continues to go down. And the more the brain fog happens and the more I have cognitive and memory problems, the more things get messed up. And it feels like sliding into an abyss and not being able to catch a hold on anything to stop it from happening. But all we're going to do is we're just going to keep praying about it, and we're just going to keep looking for solutions. So we keep looking, even to the point that I kept trying to DoorDash, which DoorDash was horrible. And they had a thing where their app just literally quit working for a few weeks. It just wouldn't let me log in at all. I'm sure they must have had some people logging in, because I don't think they went out of business. But I'm also sure I wasn't the only one. They must have had some sort of a percentage of their people that were running into this glitch and couldn't log in at all. So I couldn't DoorDash for 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and that was really crazy. And I've also continued to try to learn things I need to learn for what you would call a print-on-demand business, which so far is not yielding anything, but I'm still trying to learn more about it. And maybe at some point I'll figure it out well enough to have both some good designs up and some marketing that actually reaches some people, for people to know about it. But I have been at least attempting. And I just keep doing my job, keep praying for my students, keep praying for safety of myself and my students, and for them to learn well, and for me to be of some benefit to them. And outside of God helps me to focus enough that that's worked well enough to not cause any huge and horrible issues there, I do lose focus on an awful lot of things in life. Like, by the time I can get home at night, the crashing is unbelievable. But most of the time I can be home all evening, and I can just spend hours that I think a lot of people spend on entertainment, like watching TV all night or being out doing things in the evening for fun, that I just use all that time to just come down and get off of the level of stress of the day, hoping that my body will be able to sleep, and hopefully a more restorative sleep, which I rarely get very much of that. But just to, if I know that when I push it and I'm doing something out in the evening, or I'm not even trying to get to sleep, that sometimes that sleep won't even come at all, or it won't come till 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning. So this has been going on for years with the trouble with the sleep, and I just spend the evenings coming down and being in a situation where I can, not be continuing to feel as much stress as I did during the day, and to try to make myself able to relax. And so then I do get some sleep. It doesn't feel like it's the level of how restorative sleep is supposed to be, and I don't ever wake up fully refreshed or feeling like it really helped with a lot of healing, but I do get some sleep. And I still need to work out a lot of things, and I will still make videos sometimes, even though it's better for them to be this far apart while there's not much progress to report. But I'm going to keep trying. We are still eating, I am still eating the carnivore diet. I think my daughter, who feels like a complete burden to me, isn't really sticking to it. We had foods in storage that were sort of like the idea of prepper type things, although there wasn't very much of it. I think she's been eating a little bit of carbs out of that to fill in, and trying to not let herself eat the meat. So that's terrible that she feels like a burden, and she's not been able to get her health together and start being a working person. It's bad for us financially. It's bad that she feels like such a burden and is afraid to eat enough now, but we're just going to keep praying and keep trying, and at some point she'll be healthier. At some point things will be different than they are now, and hopefully, maybe if I go a little bit more time, hopefully God will have provided the way for us to get the rest of the supplements, and even hopefully, I hope, a way to move out of this trailer eventually. But I hope if anyone ever is seeing these, that you will please pray for these things. God bless you all, and I will make another video another time, but I'm going to sign off this time.